Good morning! Welcome to the Digital Foyer. You'll
Welcome.
notice we have some new masks here. ChapeL staff rocking masks from Pam Katz. Thank you for that.
Damn, jack of all trades.
I'll take it off for now so you can hear us,
Yeah,
but
what do you
just
think?
wanted to show those.
Yeah, digital foyer, but not in the foyer.
Indeed. So thanks for joining us. We are outside here for our outdoor service. If you're new to this, the goal of the Digital Foyer is to help you and all of us connect with Christ and community. We want you to interact. That's the name of the game. Say hello in the chat, respond to each other, reply, and maybe a short interaction here online will lead to a longer conversation later in the week, which we would love to see happen.
That's right.
We will throw out some questions to hopefully help the interaction, but we hope you will join us in really congregating together online this morning.
That's right. And we're trying some new things, so be patient with us. We have been using an analogy of we are building a plane while flying it, and so there might be some, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what these people behind us are going to do? I didn't even know. Luke, I'm on my way to church with the kids this morning. I was like, I got to get there for Digital Foyer. And he's like, hey, you may want to wear shoes that you can get muddy. And I'm like, babe, do these look like shoes that I can get muddy?
Not so much.
Thanks a lot.
So we're a little muddy here, but today is all
Muddy.
about firsts. So it got us thinking about first things we've ever done. Mackenzie rode a tube behind a boat for the first time a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so we were getting thinking about first. And so as we begin here, we wanted to do a little intro question and ask you all, who was the first person you met at the chapel, or the first person who helped you get connected to the chapel? We all somehow got to this place, and we want to learn a little bit about each other and how we got here. Who was the person that introduced you to the chapel or met you when you just showed up?
Yeah.
Do you remember yours, Lex?
I do. I feel like I should tag her in this because Jess Gio Smith, when I first came here as a graduate student, I went to a little tent outside, if you can believe it, before this building was built, and they were greeting new students, and we became instant friends. And she and Lynn Shank, another blast from the past, they really brought me into community here. And so I have great memories with both of them, and I'm so grateful that they just kind of welcomed me with open arms and made community, Williamsburg Community Chapel is our middle name, and they really lived that out.
Love it. For me, obviously, some of you know my story. I was born and raised here at the chapel, so my first time was when I was in my mom's womb, I guess you could say, and she was coming to the chapel. So I've been here coming ever since I remember, which makes this place a special place for me.
Luke's like the poster child for just keep coming. Who knows what can happen?
Who knows what can happen?
Womb to pastor, guys, right here.
Indeed. So, love hearing, hopefully you guys are hearing how you all met for the first time this morning, and we're changing up the order a little bit. If you're used to the Digital Foyer, we usually end with this, but we're diving into it earlier on as we think through transitioning to the worship service after.
Y'all cannot put us in a box. We do whatever we want here. It's crazy.
And so that's right, we are transitioning to ChapeL Trivia with our friend Branch. The prize this morning, this is going to be a popular one.
Oh, yeah.
$15 to Ben & Jerry's ice cream.
Y'all.
That's right, our friends Wayne and Amy Noe own the Ben & Jerry's out at the outlets, and we love getting to support them, their chapel
I did not know
family.
that.
Yeah. And so Ben & Jerry's ice cream is the prize. If you weren't already going to answer, now you want to.
Why can't I answer?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. And also, wait, did you go again to Ben & Jerry's and you didn't get anything?
I did. I didn't get it for anybody. I'm sorry. So, the couple rules. One, this is not a chapel staff this time, so it's just going to be a word. I'll tell you more about that in a second. And chapel staff can't win, and founders can't win. And the reason for that is, in the spirit of firsts, our question is about the first ever church service here at the chapel. When they first gathered back in 1976, what month was it in? So I guess you only have 12 options. First person to guess it correct.
We are really making it easy on
I know
y'all. Get typing.
It's a new day here.
Get typing.
First, get typing. For what month was it in? It was in 1976.
Okay, I saw some votes coming in from people who are literally behind us. So because there's like a 10-second lag, the people who are here, oh my goodness,
Oh
maybe
man,
they're
I love it. Joining
we gotta
in
figure this out.
live here. You can see some of the kids waving. So
I'm gonna
write
go ahead
yours
and
in.
say those people here are
So
wrong.
while
Anyway.
you're writing in your questions, just a couple of quick announcements. Next Sunday we are having communion communion. It won't be during the morning. It will still be in the evening. A separate communion service. It's going to be at 7 p.m. July 5th, outdoors and online. And so just a reminder to keep that on your calendar. 7 p.m. That's next Sunday for that. We will have elements if you want to come pick them up in the morning or for a little while after the service. So like I think till about 1 p.m. or so that Sunday if you need juice and bread for communion.
So you can participate at home online, or you can come here and participate with whoever's here.
Exactly. So don't forget that.
I'm tracking now, babe. It's taken me a couple weeks, but I got it.
I love it. Also, you may have started to see glimmers, whispers, rumors of this starting to happen. That's right.
Like, what is this?
VBS, Vacation Bible School, is happening. So it will look a lot different. The days will mostly be from our homes. We're going to give you to-go boxes, but we will have some live stream welcomes in the morning, and then we will have a couple evening gatherings here at the chapel under the tent, kind of like our outdoor worship service right now. So look on our website for details for that. I think July 27th through whatever that end of that week is. Somewhere in there.
30th?
It's on the website.
31st. Christine says 31st. I'm sure she's put this
all
into our systems and on our website and stuff. So we trust in Christine.
I like it.
Cool.
Okay. No winners yet.
No
Keep
winners
guessing.
yet. Y'all, there were 12 options.
Don't have the month correct yet.
Possibly the easiest chapel trivia we've got.
Keep asking. This is why we went easy this morning
so
on them.
close.
And if you were wondering,
you can do it.
If you join in for this digital foyer, we have another one right at 10:40 before the 11 o'clock service too.
I can like digitally see Nathan Moore's wheels turning. He's like, wait a minute, I'm about to click in at 10:40.
And Nathan, I was thinking about you. The question will be different in the second service. So if you're like, oh, I'm going to find out the answer now and then guess in the second service, you won't be able to do that. The question will be different. I know you all out there, you cheaters. Oh, yes. Hello to those behind us, for sure.
Yay.
So, okay, keep guessing. Oh, it looks like we might have a winner here. Here we go. Chapel Trivia, you are getting the Ben & Jerry's. There's the, where'd the Ben & Jerry's logo go? There it is, Ben & Jerry's. Okay, our winner is, yes, we got it, Lex. Do you want to read it or you want me to read it? I love it on this first new morning here as we're doing things new. The answer is October, don't say the day, October 1976 was when the first chapel church service gathered. I don't even know if they called it the chapel at that point.
I think they did.
But they
I feel
gathered.
like I've read the transcript of the first message that was given.
Chapel church service gathered on October 1976, and the winner, you got it correct, one of our newest members here at the chapel, the Calick family, Lila Calick, congratulations! Woo! Ben & Jerry's, $15 coming your way this week. Yeah. Get excited.
Lila,
for
what flavor are you
that.
going to get?
That's a great question.
Tell me.
That's a great
you
question.
Know.
Flavor. What's your favorite again? It's like
they have like this world-class chocolate that's really good, and then
anything chocolate Lex loves.
I'm into it.
Fish food. Don't you love fish food?
Yes, I do love.
That's a Ben & Jerry's.
Yes, it is Ben & Jerry's.
Absolutely.
That's right. Yeah, fish food.
I just like new things.
Chocolate therapy. I've been eating a lot of that over this quarantine. That's a good one. Half baked. Okay, we digress.
No, it's good. I'm already getting Ben & Jerry's. I feel like I'm going to need to go this afternoon.
We're going to need to go this afternoon.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Okay, in the spirit of first again, trying something new this morning. If you've been a part of the digital foyer, we've been showing some videos of some of our local missions partners. We wanted to expand our introductions of missionaries to you all. Expand kind of your understanding of who do we support in this country and hopefully world as a church. Yeah. Who do we support that is bringing the gospel to places that we can't when we're here in Williamsburg? And so this morning, we have a short-term missions partner, a homegrown missionary, you could say, right, Lex?
More homegrown.
She is from Williamsburg. She came to the chapel. She was part of student ministries. I've been on ski trips with her. I've been on mission trips with her, and we love her. And I won't give too much away, but we're gonna welcome Miss Sam Tiffany here. Okay, Sam, are you there? Here, let me click in so we can hear you.
This is my least favorite part because
Sam, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Sam? Sam, can you hear us? No? Hold on. Sam, can you hear me? Let me try the audio. Let me check the audio. One sec. Audio.
Oh, I can't hear you now. Guys,
I think I can hear you.
Can you hear me now, Sam?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Sam, thanks for joining us this morning. So just tell everyone listening, some may not know who you are and know that we support you. So what is it that you do as a short-term missionary?
Yeah, so I grew up in Williamsburg. I went to ChapeL, was involved in student ministries, and I just graduated from University of Florida. Go Gators. And now I work for Crew, which is a campus ministry. They just work to serve college students, to teach them about God, get them to not only learn about God, but to love God and then to share Him with others. And so that's our passion, and spend a lot of my time hanging out with college kids.
I love it. That's such a great age group to really work with and get to the right spot.
Rylan says they can't hear you now.
What? Oh, they can't hear us now?
Guys,
Oh, no. What happened?
can y'all read lips?
Can you hear
Oh,
Sam?
yeah. Oh,
Oh, how about this?
What's going on?
Hey,
Can you
Trav
see
saying hello to Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Can you hear us now on the live stream, people? No? Yes?
We don't
You
know.
can see me.
Okay.
We can see
well,
Trav, so
maybe
what-
they can hear
what more do you
Sam.
need?
We're not sure.
Sam, you tell them what we're saying.
Okay. So, Sam, I know it's been a lot of changes. Can you not hear me now? Okay, great. With all of the coronavirus. So what does it look like going into this year for you working on a college campus?
Oh yeah. We're still not sure. We launched a lot of online stuff towards the end of this past year when everything switched to online about in March. Our whole year kind of got short, but we tried a whole new stream of live online kind of things.
Nice.
So we've done a lot of like social media pushes and a lot of
Wes
hey.
wanted to come say hi, Sam. Our missions pastor.
Oh.
I can't wait till we do this in person. It's too much digital.
Oh yeah.
But good to see you.
Good to see you.
I love it. Sorry, we cut you off. Keep going. Yeah. So you've had to do a lot of live digital things.
She's
Yeah,
used
a lot
to
of
it. She's
live
used to people
things.
cutting her off.
You're good. A lot of social media, a lot of Zoom calls. We kept doing our weekly meetings on Zoom, which was very interesting to have 50, 60 people on a Zoom call and try to keep them all quiet when we're trying to like teach, and then also getting them in, like interacting with each other,
Right.
kinds of stuff like that.
That's awesome, Sam. Well, do you have a final closing story? Maybe someone you've gotten to know in your ministry that's been exciting and keeps you doing what you're doing?
Yeah, I have this one girl. I met her back in the beginning of the fall, and she is in Alpha Phi. She's brand new. She's freshman, and Alpha Phi has just been on campus. Like they just got on campus last year, and so this was the first time that we were able to come and speak. So I work with Doulos specifically, which is a branch of Crew that works with students in fraternities and sororities. And so I went into the Alpha Phi chapter meeting. We told them a little bit about what Doulos is about, and she gave me her phone number, met up with her, and I've been meeting up with her almost every week for the entire school year. And about 2 to 3 weeks ago, we were continuing some of our discipleship meetings online, and she had told me that she doesn't want to just be a good Christian anymore. She wants to know how to love God, and she wants to tell people about it. And that was the start of what is going to be an amazing discipleship next year. And I can't wait to get back on campus with her and teach her just how to do that.
That's so exciting, Sam. Well, we have to get going, but thanks so much for joining us this morning, and we'll see you in the second digital foyer again.
Yeah.
But thanks for joining, and thanks for all your hard work spreading the gospel down there in Florida. All right, take care, Sam.
Bye, Sam.
See you later.
Y'all,
All right.
side note, this is my least favorite part of the digital foyer because I have this weird thing where sharing earbuds makes me want to throw up a little bit. Like, I might have it in my mouth. Like, it's just so gross to me. It's like, that was just in your ear. And I know this is my husband.
I'm sorry.
But like, we gotta get some AirPods here.
Okay.
We're figuring
work
this out.
on that. We're working on that.
Build the plane as we fly it.
Well, I hope you can hear me now. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened exactly with the audio transition from Skype into that, but hopefully we're back.
Figure it
Loud
out.
audio with Luke and Lex. And just if you haven't seen, stay right here. We're going to start the worship service very soon. You don't have to click off. You don't have to go anywhere. A little slide will come up so I can move the camera. But really, you can just stay right here. Of course, if you click off, you can click back on. But it will
You do you.
transition seamlessly into the worship service.
Don't put us in a box. We won't put you in a box. But we're excited to worship with you as we continue this morning.
So thank you so much for joining us. Digital Foyer, new time, outdoors, right here. We're so glad to be a part of this same family of faith with you as we congregate together in person and online. So keep chatting with us. I'll be in the chat throughout the whole service. It's kind of a fun way to interact. You can write in comments as the service is going on.
Yeah.
We want to stay in connection with you throughout the service during this. So we'll switch over soon, but be encouraged that you're joining in worship with all those who are gathering behind us and online. And from Lex and Luke, we can't wait to connect again soon. See you in the worship service.
See you soon.
We are going to get started. I know that many people will still take their seats and gather in, but am excited to be here. Have a lot of mixed feelings. I'm nervous. I'm used to looking at a camera for the last 3 months, and here you all are, and it is great to see you. Can everyone hear me okay? That's worth confirming. Can everyone, will everyone be able to sing along with the songs? Does everyone have song sheets? Oh yeah, that was a confident response. Great. Well, I guess one other note, the building is open if you need to use the restroom at all, and For clarity, I will invite you all to stand and sit when it's time, but for clarity, I also invite you to do whatever is most comfortable. If you stand and sit too much under the tent, I don't know if you're going to get stuck at all. So do whatever you need. I know those camper chairs are difficult to get out of. So do you, but lean in with your heart, regardless of what your body is doing. Would love to be called to worship this morning with Psalm 139. It says, O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from afar. You search out my path and my lying down and are acquainted with all my ways. Before a word is even on my tongue, behold, O Lord, you know it all together. Knowledge is too wonderful for me. It's high. I cannot attain it. Where shall I go from your spirit, or where shall I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I take with the wings of the morning, as far east as you can when the sun rises, and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me. God knew when we would get up this morning. He knew when we would sit down. He knew if that seat would be taken at home for those joining us online, or if that seat would be taken on this lawn. He knows if we come eager to lift our voice in praise, to ascend to heaven and join in worship with the saints. And he knows if we will struggle to raise our voice this morning. If our bed was made in Sheol, we spent a night or perhaps a season in darkness or pain. He knows that. He knows the prayers we need to speak before they're even on our tongue, and he knows the prayers we may be unable to speak this morning. But he calls us to himself, and we are able to come before him from wherever we are, because as we just heard in his word, and as we'll now sing, everywhere that man can be, thou God art present there. So would you stand or sit as we sing the mighty power of God? I sing the mighty power of God that made the mountains rise, that spread the flowing seas abroad and built the lofty skies. I sing with his word and then pronounce them good. Lord, how thy wonders are displayed where'er I turn my eye. If I survey the ground I tread or upon the sky, there's not a plant or flower below, but makes thy glories known. And clouds arise and tempests blow by order from thy throne, while all that borrows life from thee is ever in thy care. And everywhere that man can be, thou God art present there. Let's pray. Mighty God, your power is displayed in more than the mountains that you made rise, but in the power that rose Jesus from the dead, and the power that raises us to new life in him by your Spirit. Wonderful Counselor, your wisdom is displayed in more than the sun and the moon, but in you being our true light. For there are times we may feel that darkness is covering us, but as that same psalm says, even darkness is not dark to you, but night is light as the day. Lord, would your word be a lamp unto our feet, a light unto our path. Everlasting Father, your goodness is displayed in more than the earth that you filled with food, but in the bread of life, Jesus Christ, whom you sent to save us from our sins and prepare us for your service. Prince of Peace, your presence is with us wherever we go, wherever we are this morning. Would you search us, O God, and know our hearts? Try us